Hi, this is Teresa Momber. Today I'm going to show you how to create a raised frame using cardstock and die templates. Start by stamping the snowman image from the Let It Snow stamp set from Gina Designs onto white cardstock using Memento ink. Begin coloring the broom using Copic marker E31. Switch to marker E35 to color the handle and also to add some shading to the bristles of the broom. For the snowman's tie and the ribbon on the hat, start with marker R27. Switch to Copic marker R24 and continue coloring. And then fill in the remaining areas using R22. For the snowman's nose, begin with Copic marker YR07. Then switch to Copic marker YR12 to fill in. Begin shading the buttons and the darker parts of the hat using Copic marker N7. Switch to Copic marker N5 and continue coloring, working your way toward the center. Switch to marker N3 to finish the buttons and continue coloring on the hat. Fill in the remaining area of the hat using Copic marker N1. To add some shading to the main part of the snowman, start with Copic marker W5. Switch to marker W3 and blend out from the areas that you previously shaded. Complete the shading using marker W1. After you finish coloring, use scissors to cut out the image. Cut and emboss white cardstock using Spellbinders A2 Matting Basics B die template. Use the number 4 die template, with 1 being the smallest. With the die cut still in the die template, sponge around the edges using Gina powder blue ink. Switch to Gina blue denim ink and continue sponging. Cut a curvy line along a sticky note and use it as a mask to create some snowbanks. Sponge very lightly along the edge of the mask. Reposition the mask and sponge once more, again very lightly. To create the recessed frame, trim a piece of Gina K blue denim cardstock to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Center the number 4 die template from Spellbinders A2 Matting Basics A onto the cardstock and secure with low-tack tape. Then emboss without cutting. After embossing, remove the die template. Position a straight edge diagonally across your embossed frame. Use a craft knife and cut through the cardstock from the center line of one corner to the center line of the other corner. Reposition the straight edge to the other diagonal and cut that line as well. Fold and crease each flap outward along the embossed center line of the frame. Turn the cardstock over and fold the flaps back in. Now you need to once again fold out the flaps, but this time you're going to be going the opposite direction and using the inside line. That'll create that little step for the raised frame. Turn your cardstock over and add self-adhesive foam squares along the outside edge. Then adhere to a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch powder blue card base. Lift the flaps up momentarily and add some Scor-Tape to the card base under the flaps, and use that to adhere the flaps down. Remove your sponged snowbank scene from the die template and then adhere to the center of the frame. Because you used the number 4 die template from both the A2 Matting Basics A and B die sets to create your frame and your die cut, it should fit perfectly inside the raised frame. Use more self-adhesive foam squares to adhere the snowman to your card. To add some interest to the scene, I used my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen White to add some dots to look like snowflakes in the background. For the final touch, adhere a few die-cut snowflakes to the background. And that completes my card project for today. Thanks for watching.